It's the Friday Night Frenzy on News 18. Sports from where you live.
Welcome back to another week of the Friday Night Frenzy Hoops Edition. I'm your host, Bree Shackelford, and it is an honor to have you join us tonight. A little housekeeping note before we get started. This will be our last Frenzy of the 2022 year. We will be back here giving you the best games in the new year. Now that that's over with, we're going to stay close to home and take a look at how West Lafayette did tonight for our very first game. And yes, we didn't have to travel as far as we did last Friday night, thank gosh. Okay, into the game now. In West Lafayette, we had the Red Devils hosting the Benton Central Bison. RDP was out in full force for pajama night. No time for sleep on the court, though. First possession, Donovan Luderman kicks it out to Jack Montez. Senior gets the friendly bounce, tied at 3-3 early on. Later, Montez hits Ben Worth in the corner, and the three ball doesn't drop, but Bryce Elzol is there to snag the board and put it in himself for two. West Side up 9-6 midway through the first. But here come the Bison. Second quarter now, Bison down one. Seth Plummer swings it to Hunter Sisson for the corner tray. Off the mark, but there's Plummer with the rebound and putback deuce. BC now up one. Under 4 left in the second. Bison get the ball to Sisson again, and he doesn't miss this time. Sisson would hit 4 more threes to lead the Bison with 24 points on the night. Benton Central keeps the hot streak going with a final score of Bison winning 55-45. Traveling a bit north to Logansport, the Berries were hosting the Broncos for a conference matchup like no other. And Logansport may have had the student section tonight, but Jeff brought their sharpshooters. Who better to get it started for the Broncos sharpshooters than Ethan Miller? Just like that, Jeff takes an early lead. Coming right back down on the other end of the floor are the Berries. Jacob Taylor sizes up his defender and sends home the triple, trying to close that gap, but it would be all Jeff from here on out though. And while the threes may have been falling for Jeff, the paint play was strong too. Akeem Wilson drives, and the floater from number 1 will roll home for 2. After a close loss to Harrison last week, the Broncos bounced back with a much-needed 61-25 win over Logansport. Talk about a high-scoring game. And while it was a busy night over at Harrison High School, I mean, who doesn't love a good rivalry game? We sure do over here at WLFI. However, because of technical difficulties, we only have the score for you right now. So I'll give you a quick breakdown of how that game went, that Sports 18's Kelly Hallinan shot. Harrison took on McCutcheon, and let's say it was a good night if you were a Raider. First up was the girls varsity, and Harrison dominated. Riley Finn was on fire from 3, and the Raiders won 49-16. After an awesome unified game, the boys varsity took the floor, and it was a back-and-forth battle, but Harrison was able to pull away, winning 56-40. Ben Henderson added 25 points and said after the game that it is his dream to be able to lead this team and be a major part of it. Harrison head coach Mark Reinhardt said it is great to start the season 6-0, and he is proud of his team for staying consistent through the entire game. And thank you so much for sticking with us through that technical difficulty, but we are done with those 3 or 4 games. But don't worry, we got 3 more games for you tonight on our lineup, and these games are just as fun as the ones that you just witnessed. Coming up, we'll hear if Central Catholic got their bounce-back win this week, and check out how North White, Frontier, Clinton Prairie did as well. That's all coming up after this timeout.